Sorry guys. So it turns out that um Andy vomited, but everything's okay. Um so let's see. How can I view your comments? Because I am not currently able to. Um Let me see. Um Depends on live stream. I don't know. We'll see. Enter. Enter. Let's see. I can figure out how this works. I understand technology. This is a challenge, but I will relish it. Yes. No. I can't see them. Um. No. Okay, so Andy, sorry for disappearing all of a sudden. Andy was sick, but she's all right now and everything's fine. Yeah, I disappeared, but I'm back now, so we can continue talking about books. Let me just figure out my technology again, because I struggle with things. Let me see. Um, Anyways, so tell me what you are currently reading. Let's see. Sorry that this is so boring. Let's see, is that better? No. There we go. That's probably it. This is it. Okay, I got it. Okay. I'm actually, let's see. This is it. Okay, I got it. This is kind of surreal because I can watch it within 3 seconds behind what I'm currently doing. So, tell me what you're currently reading. I would like to know. Sorry about disappearing because Andy was sick, so I was struggling, and but she's fine now, and she's gonna be okay. She just has seasonal allergies, and she likes to eat plants that are around, things that are not healthy for her. So yeah, but it's all gonna be okay. So do your pets eat anything weird? Yeah, mine likes to eat dried leaves, which can be a problem. But anyways, back to books. Sorry I deserted you all. What were we talking about? Oh, I'm hungry. I should probably eat more food. Should have thought of that. Let's see. The next book that I want to read is I'm going to be getting to this collection of short stories, Spider-Woman's Granddaughters, right here. Native American. Hold on. Hello? Yes, who is this? Oh, hi. Hi. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Bye. Okay, sorry, where were we? So Spider-Woman's Granddaughters is described as Native American scholar, literary critic, poet, and novelist Paula Gunn Allen, who is herself a Laguna Pueblos, what's it called? Sioux Indian, became increasingly aware in her academic career that the writings of Native Americans, especially women, have been marginalized by the Western literary canon. Allen set out to understand why this was so, and more importantly, to remedy the situation. The result is this powerful collection of traditional tales, biographical writings, and contemporary short stories by many accomplished Native American women writing today. And it includes writers like Louise Erdrich, Leslie Marmon, Silko, Vicky L. Sears, Mary Tall Mountain, Anna Lee Walters, Leanne Howe, Paula Gunn Allen, Linda Hogan, and Misha Gallagher. So yeah, have any of you guys read anything by Native American authors, Native American women, or indigenous? I shouldn't say Native, just Native American, because a lot of people. This is the internet, so people are from all over, everywhere. But yeah, if you have, just leave them in the comment section because I'd be really interested to hear. Because it's not something that's very often talked about, and so I think that we should, because in the spirit of diversity, talk about other like ignored indigenous communities. So yeah, let me know. Yeah. Let's see. Andy. No. Another book that I can talk about is,
It was
okay,
really good and did her business, some of it. So
okay,
have a nice afternoon. Talk to you later. Dad
Yeah.
should be home soon.
okay. This is Space by James Michener. I have not read any James Michener novels, but I have Alaska and Texas and Poland. And so, and now Space too, just because I'm kind of a huge space geek, and I know Michener basically covers an entire topic extensively. Yes, girl! And so it's Raise My Swastika. That's weird. Hey, Peter. Nice to see you. So nice to hear from you. Oh, by the way, so glad that you're back on BookTube. It's nice to have you back because, yeah, you always make funny and interesting videos and everything like that. By the way, I think I'm going to probably steal your Wheel of Excuses idea because that sounds hilarious. So, yeah. Oh no, have I been found by white supremacists again? That keeps happening to me, honestly. It's kind of disappointing. um, yeah, it must be because I look really pale. But I'm not a white supremacist and I'm not a Nazi. So, yeah, let's see. So, yeah, we'll all have a wheel of excuses. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Because you know what? Sometimes life like gets in the way, and sadly, BookTube cannot be my life. So life is a struggle. Yeah, I basically started this because I was like, oh, I'll I want to talk about books, but I don't have anything specific to talk about. And I want to talk to my friends on BookTube. And maybe they're out there, you know, maybe they're not. Maybe I've imagined this entire situation within my head. So, yeah. Andy, hey. No. Good girl. Good girl. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. There are a lot of books on this shelf that I really need to get to. Things like Dune, James Herbert, and E equals MC squared. No. I've read Teaching a Stone to Talk. I haven't read Sophie's World, even though like everyone read it when they were in middle school. So, but actually, two books that I'd really like to talk about are Stephen Colbert. Books by Stephen Colbert, and they're not like novels or anything, but they're just hilarious. So I don't know, you probably know now that he's a late night show host or whatever, but he used to be a satirical performer, and he specifically was parodying Bill O'Reilly, and this was on Comedy Central, and I thought he was like the most hilarious man on this planet. I thought he was a genius. And don't get me wrong, I still think that like I think parody is like the highest form of humor. And oh my gosh, I was so sad when his show, The Colbert Report, ended. Like, so disappointed. And he's still doing a good job now and everything, but it's not the same because he's not like Stephen Colbert. So if you have a chance to like watch any of his, yeah, he always goes too far, but he like loves getting in trouble for it, which is great. Like, he genuinely doesn't care enough, and so when he gets other like people to care more about what he said about them than he's like pulled them down to his level. It's fantastic. Like, okay, so you know that recent controversy with him like saying offensive things about Donald Trump that were like too lewd or whatever. So he's currently under the investigation from the, what's it called, FCC. Was that it? I think. Yeah. Honestly, like, because I watched that before it was like a thing that everyone got super upset over. And is it really that much more offensive than what other people say? Like, not just about like Trump, but about Obama and about politicians in general. Like, people were calling Hillary Clinton Hillary Clitoris. Like, is like was it, I don't know, it just seems like an overreaction. So but yeah, these books are hilarious. I have both of him. I Am America and So Can You, and America Again, Bree Becoming the Greatness We Never Weren't. So and it says on the back, like, if there's a better book than this, I haven't written it. And he never takes himself too seriously. It's fabulous. I adore him. If you haven't watched Stephen Colbert's speech at the White House Correspondents' Dinner with George W. Bush, go and watch it right now. Like, seriously, why are you still here, like, listening to me talk? Like, I am nothing compared to that. Yep, see, someone just left. Exactly. That's what you should be doing. Like, he just completely roasted George W. Bush, and it's fantastic. He was just so ahead of his time, and it was just it was amazing. Andy, yeah, that's mainly like with the White House cons. Ugh, I can speak English. No, hey. And like, that's mainly what the White House Correspondents' Dinner is, right? Like, it's hold on one second. It's all about like the media making fun of the president, and the politicians making fun of the media, and so like they are roasting each other and everything. And so just the fact that like Donald Trump can't take that seriously, or he can't be bothered to show up because the media is like legitimately the enemy because they say that his skin is orange or whatever, is pretty overly sensitive and also worrying. But you know, what you gonna do? Aside from start a revolution, yeah, I mean, that is an option, but you know, what's the likelihood of that happening? A Latino black guy who supports Trump. Hello. I mean, it's theoretically possible, but okay. So I'd like to know, by the way, like, oh, has Samantha Bee written anything yet? You mean about the like Stephen Colbert CBS FCC controversy? I don't think so. By the way, I adore Samantha Bee. Like, her new channel is amazing. Like, oh, she's like my favorite late night host now. Have you seen her video on rape test kits? Like, she had one that was about a year ago now, that was about how across the entire country, the rape kits are just being left like untested, and so tons of rapists are like getting off, or like lots of cases have never been solved, or innocent people who have been accused of rape are falsely imprisoned and falsely charged and things like that. And so in some cases the police were literally like throwing out rape kits. And so there was this actual what was it? So it was really like sort of a national crisis, and but recently in Florida, they made a law to address that, and it really worked out. So there's like this new updated video on that, so you should definitely go watch it, because it's actually really enlightening. And so it's really about like what things that the government should be working about, like bipartisan issues. Like we all agree that rape is bad, right? Right. Like and so yeah. But yeah, let me see. Oh, I ran out of tea. That's bad. I have not read American Gods. It sounds really good though. Um, I've been meaning to read it for quite some time. It's on my TBR. I just haven't gotten to it yet. So, she and John Oliver should run for president. Yes. Um, they're not politicians though. I like them where they are. They are really good at comedic journalism or journalistic comedy. So, and like a lot of people say like, oh yeah, they're biased or whatever, and they are, but they don't claim not to be biased. And I think that's an important distinction. Unlike Fox News, where they claim to be like fair and balanced. So like Jon Stewart never said that he wasn't a liberal. Like he like, but he also made fun of everyone. Like he made fun of Obama all the time. But yeah. So by the way, I'd like to know, how did you guys find BookTube? Because yeah, it's kind of like a small, close-knit community, and apparently Oprah and Mark Zuckerberg are planning to run. Really? I have not heard that, but that would be hilarious. Also worrying because I'm pretty sure they would win. My dad actually met Mark Zuckerberg once at a gas station, of all places, and he just recognized him and he was like, "Oh, are you Mark Zuckerberg?" And he just goes, "Yes." And then my dad goes, "I don't have a Facebook." He's like, "Okay." So that's my one connection to a celebrity or a well-known figure. Oh, except one time I was in Philadelphia and I saw the back of Joan Rivers' head. So yeah, I'm basically famous. Um, and so, what, the Zuckerberg thing or the Joan Rivers thing? I also didn't know who Joan Rivers was at the time, so in retrospect, not that cool. But let's see. There was something else I was saying. Yeah. Oh yeah. How did you guys find BookTube? Because I found it through a musician whose wife was a booktuber. So, and then that kind of introduced me. And then I started watching some of the bigger booktubers because I was aware that like people watched, or that like people started doing reviews on on uh, on books, like video reviews, which I was totally unaware of. And then and so obviously the first books that show up are the like YA and every super popular. Yeah, see, like I don't even watch those bigger booktubers anymore, and like I got really frustrated with them quite quickly because they never really rate a book lower than 4 stars and stuff, and the books they read aren't really the books I read. Like there's nothing wrong with YA or whatever, but they just tend to read like the super like mass popular YA books that are kind of like like the massively popular books that are like really kind of carbon copies of each other. So I mean, okay, so this one guy is a Trump supporter. Okay. By the way, how did you find my channel? Because I don't really normally talk about politics on my channel. Do you like do you like BookTube or something? I mean, yeah, you can vote for whoever you want. That's fine. I just am a Democrat. So yeah. I mean, statistically, you're a minority, not just because you're Latino and Black, but also because you're a Latino Black who supports Trump. Exactly, Peter. Exactly. Like the thing is, for me, it feels like they're abusing the like close personal relationship that YouTube gives because to actually sell you stuff, and that just seems so shady. You know what I mean? Because like if I'm watching an advertisement, I know I'm watching an advertisement, but YouTube feels so much more personal because I'm talking straight to you from my living room or from my house or like, and so I can and we feel a lot more like friends because we feel like we're Skyping or something. And so for me to masquerade a review, that's really just the fact that even if I'm not getting paid, just the fact too that like I'm from the publishers and I don't want to piss off the publishers or something like that. It just seems so sketchy to me. And it feels like a breach of trust. um, and so, yeah. And it takes you a while to like catch on to your to catch on to their game too, right? Because at first I would be like, oh, well maybe that book isn't as bad as I thought it was because it seems like a lot of people are reviewing it positively, and then you watch like more than one of their videos and you realize, oh wait, they just review every book positively. So if you just watch that one video, then you think, oh, maybe that's a good book. I do have a confession to make, and that is that that I have read, that I do like to sometimes hate read, that I do like to hate read terrible YA books sometimes, just because I think it's hilarious. Um, and uh, I don't know, I like to tear things apart to shreds with my teeth. And you know what? Sometimes, yeah, I don't know. For the same reason that people like to read, what's it called, like My Immortal, that absolutely terrible fan fiction. You know, like there's something really satisfying about reading something that's really terrible, or at least I think there is. Like, um, yes. Do, do, do. Um, hmm. What else should we talk about? I'm kind of here because, well, having real life friends is really overrated. Really, like, why are we here? It's because we don't have real life friends, let's be honest. Um, so, um, you've never hate read Twilight? Like, wow, you're 10 years behind the game. Um, so, yeah. Um, uh, um, yeah, you're 10 years behind, Peter. So, oh, you love books. Okay. A Latino black guy who supports Trump. That's really awkward to say. Like, I feel like you should have a more compact username because I feel like a jerk for just calling you by that. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, like, you can support whoever you want and still watch BookTube. That's fine. I'm just espousing my personal opinion. So, um, yeah. Twilight. Okay, Twilight. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't great, but it wasn't nearly as bad as people make it seem. Like I've read far worse YA books. um, my dog is truly my best friend. Also, college is no place to find friends, really. Yeah, Andy is my best friend and my sister. But my sister has abandoned me for college. Also, I've abandoned her, but let's ignore that. So, dog is man's best friend, truly. Um, yeah, I find that like my friendships on the internet are really interesting, and I can have like really good connections with people because um, you can find like your sample size when you have a small, like when you're in a small community or even just in a big, even if you're in a big city, is quite small, and so it's hard to find people who have like very similar interests to you. But if you widen it up through the internet, then suddenly your options are so much greater. So like statistically, you are much easier. It's much easier to bump into people who have the same like perspectives and stuff. Yeah. So sorry about the delay in the comments and stuff. Like so for some reason the internet isn't working at top speed, and also I think my internet connection is like kind of slow or whatever. Is that the sunlit? Oh God. Okay. Um, so. Yeah. Um, what was there? Oh, in The Vegetarian, which is the book that I just reviewed, there's this one scene where the main character eats a dog, and my heart was breaking. I couldn't handle it. There's also this like Australian movie called Bait, which is basically Jaws, and it's like these great white sharks who these people who get trapped by these great white sharks. And there's this one moment where this guy who's a complete and utter like asshole throws this woman's pet dog at the shark so that he can swim past it. And I'm like, no! And I was actually like crying, and then he dies and the dog lives. And so everything was totally fine. Cause I hated him so much. And the dog was fine, which is good because my poor heart couldn't handle it. So, yeah, I was struggling. I was struggling so much. So, yeah. Who else is here? I know that there are 7 people watching. I'm not an idiot. And so I'd like to hear from you. So this is a conversation, people. So let me know what you're reading, and so that I can be a creeper as well. Oh, one person left. See, confrontation makes people leave. So let me know what you're doing with your lives so this isn't one-sided. I don't want to be rude, after all. So, Oh, I should say, how did you find the current booktubers that you like to watch in like the current community? For me, so I wanted to find booktubers who weren't really into all the YA. So I found Chapter Stacks, which is Katie's channel. And I liked her, but she reads a lot of horror, and I'm not really into horror. So I'm not really into horror. And she did one video on like smaller booktubers, and so I found Conrad, who is now 7 Days at Sea, and because she really highly recommended him because she said that he was the most well-read person like she's ever met. And and he was doing Amy's tea book tag, and that's how I found Amy from the Dusty Bookshelf. And then I immediately like fell in love with Amy, and then that's how I found everyone else. Oh, you found Strip Cover Lit first. Yeah, I found Strip Cover Lit because Amy was doing the Hot and Sticky challenge, and then that's how I stumbled upon them. So okay, a book called The Afflictions Garden. I have never heard of that. So is it about an actual garden? I like gardens. Yeah, Amy's great. I legitimately thought Amy was a like professor of like political science or literature or something, just the way that she composed herself and everything. I was like, oh my gosh, I love her so much. And now we're friends, and that's great. So yeah, but I thought she would like never, I found her intimidating. But yeah. Oh no. Gotta block more people. The internet can be so great, but so terrible at the same time. I know, right? Yeah, but 30 years old in a good way. So, yeah. Also, I want to know, why did you guys choose booktubing over book blogging? Because that book blogging is pretty popular. And for me, I think book blogging is just, you don't have the personal connections with people. And also, I don't know if you noticed this, but I'm not very well spoken. So it's difficult for me it's easier for me to write things than to phrase things. So I thought it'd be good practice. And so it's hard to, and because book blogging is on so many different websites and things, you don't have like one collective space. It's hard to make friends because, and just because too, you're not seeing people's faces. So it's less personal. So yeah, and it's worked out pretty well so far. Yeah, and then when you get late, you don't have any new books that you've read or anything to do, you can just do a live stream and you can talk to people about books. So you can do that. You can't do that with a book blog. um, so yeah, struggle is real. I know you're out there, other people who are watching. I know you're there. Don't be a creeper. Talk to me. It's very important. um, and what other book should I talk about? I was really excited for our Tessa of the Ubervilles by Thomas Hardy about it. And then I heard something negative that made me think that it's not going to be great. And now I'm worried. So I yeah, I don't know. I'm still gonna read it. I did buy it though, so now I'm a little sad that I bought it instead of just um rather just trying to get. You are not lazy, Peter. Like your videos are so greatly edit most of my videos. I just turn on the camera and then I rant about a book for like 15 minutes and then I'm like, okay, someone must want to watch this. And so and like and it's mostly just me like repeating myself and being redundant. Let's see. The Martian 1000. Let's see. What about? Oh, this is a book that I got like a month ago. No, it was a couple months ago. And let's see. It's very. Yes, you have read that title right. Bird Flu, What to Do. I saw this book and I was like, yes, I need this in my life. In case you don't know, bird flu is still an absolute threat. Do I think I'd be able to survive the bird flu? No. Would I really want to survive? No. Would I just lie down and accept death? Probably. But I find it hilarious. Like they have little illustrations about yeah. Like this one. How are you gonna protect us chicks? There we go. Is the sequel swine flu? No, but it should be, because swine flu is still a problem. Fun fact, I actually had the swine flu in high school. So something you learn something new every day. I didn't know it was the swine flu until after I had it though. I just felt really sick and then I stayed home from school for like several days. And then I finally, stumbled back to school after like a week. And then it turns out that like what everyone had with the same symptoms was swine flu and I totally should have been quarantined. But too little, too late. I probably infected like a bunch of people. They might have died. Okay, I didn't know any better. I'm sorry. The pen is struggling. Okay. Peter, no, you should totally do this. Like, this is actually kind of fun. I was kind of just interested in like, oh, maybe that technology can do. But you should do this. I'd totally watch it. And I think it's a better, like, it's like Skyping, so which is fun. So, yeah. Bye, Peter. I'm gonna wave until I assume you've left. Okay. If you're still here, I'm sorry that I stopped waving for you. It's a book about how people are running from knowledge, and a lie can turn out to be true when you make it believe. Let me see. I'm gonna look it up on Goodreads. Afflictions Garden. I get it. My Wi-Fi is struggling. Can't find it on Goodreads. What's going on? This is a struggle. Has Goodreads failed me? That can't be. No. Come on, Goodreads. You can't do this to me. You just can't. I love you. Yeah. Okay. I am not crazy. I am not crazy. I am talking through my webcam to strangers on the internet. I am not crazy. I am not crazy. By the way, I'm way too into plants, probably. I don't think I've mentioned this, but I'm like way too into plants. Let's see. Whoops, nope. These are my books about plants. Most of them I got from my aunt when she passed away because she was very interested in botany. And oh my gosh, plants are amazing scientifically and aesthetically and agriculturally and ecologically. They're so cool. But oh, plants. Yeah. By the way, like that's why you should read The Vegetarian, because it plays with the concept of life forms, animal, vegetable, mineral, and floating between those existences. So you should read that, or you can watch my review of it. But you should probably do both, honestly. So let's see. I want to know what you guys are doing because this feels really one-sided, and now I feel like a narcissist. So tell me what's going on in your lives. My life, I finished my finals. I'm waiting for my other job to start, and so I have some time. I need a snack. I would like a snack, but I'm here, enduring, for the sake of the people. Did anyone ever read this book, Growing Up? Chrissie by Katherine Marshall. It's this book about this woman who becomes a mission. It's this book about a woman who sorry about that, who becomes a school teacher in like this like super rural town in the Appalachians. And yeah, I read it growing up, and I think I was too young to read it at first, and it kind of scarred me. So hold on. This new person is texting me, and I don't recognize them. I feel kind of creeped out. Taylor! Taylor, are you watching this? Taylor, I miss you so much. Sorry, someone just texted me, and so I think she might have found my my channel through Goodreads. So anyways, it's actually one of the like few religious books that I've really that I really have been that I actually feel like that doesn't make me want to gag. Like I read a lot of religious books growing up because my family was very religious and I didn't have access to a lot of different books. So I read a lot of books from my church library. And this is one of the few religious Christian books that was actually original. Not that I'm trying to plug it to you, I just am getting through my feelings and stuff. I should probably reread it because it was a little too adult for me at the time. Like it deals with rape and stuff. But it was at least original. So I appreciate that. So oh, 4 people are watching. I basically have surpassed internet fame, which is great. Yeah. You all should make booktube channels. Do it. I believe in you. Go forth. Go forth. By Ola Ducato. I am Turkish. I'm not so good at English. Can you recommend a book for me? One that is easy to understand. What do you like to read? Yasin? Is that how I pronounce your name? What kind of genres do you think? Let's see. I would probably recommend, let me go to my Goodreads channel and or my Goodreads page so I can double check and see. Off the top of my head, I would suggest like middle grade books because they're easier to, they don't have as much nuance and they aren't loaded with as much stuff. So where did I put that? This is actually like this really great children's book. It's called The Velveteen Rabbit by, what's her name? Marjorie Williams Bianco. And it's this really wonderful children's book. And so I would probably start with that just to see how you feel about, where did I put it? Just to see how you feel, how comfortable you feel with the language. And then if like you can read that, no problem, then I would suggest, I had it just a second ago. I did, I promise. Taylor! Hi, I just got your text message. How are you? Leave me a comment. I want to know how you're doing. Here we go. I would suggest Holes. By Louis Sachar. This is a really great middle grade book, as you can tell, and it's a really great plot line too, so it will keep you going because it's like, so it's not like boring or anything, so you want to know what's going on. It's a little bit mysterious. Here we go, I'll hold this up so you can see it. And that way you can, and then if that is, again, too easy for you, then what else would I recommend? Not that one. That would be really hard. Maybe some poetry collections, like, oops. Taylor, I love you. Samurai Yuki. I'm so glad that we found each other again. We should hang out. I don't want to say where I live on the internet because there have been some creepy people who have watched this, but we should hang out and I'll text you. And you should film a booktube channel as well. It's so funny that we met like this. Okay, like I like the poetry of Rupi Kaur. It's very straightforward, but also powerful. So like you can read some of the back. Hold on, I'll show it like this. And it's called Milk and Honey. This is the journey of surviving through poetry. This is the blood, sweat, tears of 21 years. This is my heart in your hands. This is hurting, the loving, the breaking, the healing. So it's life is a struggle. So it has things like that too. I've never been to Turkey. I really want to go though. It seems like such an amazing place. Let me see if I can find more books to recommend. I'm thinking. Off the top of my head with any more. If I do, hold on, what's here? No? Okay. If I do, I will let you know. Or you can just ask me again in a comment or something like that in a video. I think it's great that you're, trying to learn English through reading. That's amazing. Really good ambition. It's really hard to, learn another language, and English makes no sense. Like, I freely admit that. It's completely stupid. But it's because it's a mishmash of like 8 other languages. So, Taylor, do you still live in the same place that we did live? Wink, wink, poke, poke, nudge, nudge. Oh, by the way, Taylor, you'll really like this. You'll really like this, Taylor. It's I'm currently reading The Tale of Genji by Lady Murasaki with several other people on Goodreads, and it's like basically the work of Japanese literature. So, oh, by the way, I don't think I read Holes to you. Stanley Yelnats is under a curse that began with his no good, dirty, rotten, pig-stealing great-grandfather, and has since followed generations of Yelnats. Now, Stanley has been unjustly sent to a boys' detention center, Camp Green Lake, where the boys build character by spending all day, every day, digging holes exactly 5 feet wide and 5 feet deep. There is no lake at Camp Green Lake, but there are an awful lot of holes. It doesn't take long for Stanley to realize that there's more than character improvement going on at Camp Green Lake. The boys are digging holes because the warden is looking for something. But what could be buried under a dried up lake? Stanley tries to dig up the truth in this inventive and darkly humorous tale of crime and punishment and redemption. So, funny story, I actually found this copy of Holes abandoned at my local elementary school. And I just thought, yes, don't mind if I do. You shall be mine. And it came home with me, and that's how I found it, and it became mine. So, not the prettiest copy, but it has a lot of heart. You may notice that many of my books were not quite stolen, but were recovered after being abandoned. I like to call it recycling. So, there you have it. Yeah. Is anyone still watching this? I've been talking for a long time. Like, I feel I'm starting to get sick of the sound of my own voice. So let me know. Bird flu is a problem. What other books can I talk about? Oh, Taylor, have you watched any of my other videos? Like, I can't believe you found Booktube. I'm so excited. I could talk about The Color Purple, but that's basically the most tragic book ever. Hold on, I think I'll do it. The Color Purple. Alice Walker, amazing book. Apparently, it was turned into a musical, which I don't know how they're going to do that, how they did that. It honestly sounds horrifying to me. The book is amazing, but it's dark. It literally opens with the main character being raped by her father. Yeah. How do you turn a Latino guy, a Black guy who supports Trump? Nice meeting you. Yes, hope you come back or start your own YouTube channel and join our community. Nice having you. So, yeah. Well, thanks for watching, Taylor. That really means a lot. Yeah, it's kind of, you know, a little scary putting yourself out there on the internet, and it's nice to know that, you know, putting good content out there, and you're not, and you're not necessarily, you know, just projecting into a void. Oh, Taylor, I need to tell you about how, oh, by the way, Yasin, no, I won't say that, actually. And it's nice to know that you aren't projecting into a dark void. But Taylor, I need to tell you of that time that my YouTube account got spammed, or my videos got spammed with white supremacists. Dark days. Dark days. It was bad. I mean, not that bad for me because I'm super white, but like, you know, it was bad. I don't know how the white supremacists keep finding me, but they do. Scary, man. Can't go there. Can't go there. Yes, they literally turned The Color Purple into a musical. Apparently one that Oprah likes, or that Oprah produced. So yeah, I don't doubt the power of Oprah, but I wouldn't watch the musical. Reading the book once was bad enough. Not bad because of the writing, bad because tragedy, obviously. Broke my heart. And it was hard trying to find a time to read it too, because you're like, oh, when do I find a time that I know that I'm happy so I can handle reading something incredibly depressing, but I'm going to willfully subject myself to going into a depressive state? When will that happen? And it's hard to get yourself to do that. So I don't know if I'll ever read that again. But Alice Walker, you're amazing. It's nothing against you. It's me. I'm not strong enough. So, how do you know? Think of something to say. I shall think of something to say. Nope. Don't have anything. Any suggestions? Aw, thanks. That's really nice, Yasin. Am I pronouncing your name right, by the way? Oh, and if you need any more recommendations, or if they're not doing it for you, just let me know. And I can give you some more. Like, I know learning a new language is super hard and difficult and everything like that. So I'll try to do all I can to help. By the way, I'm just curious, how did you find my channel? Or how did you find Booktube? Don't die. The struggle is real. Struggle is real. Let's see. Oh gosh. Nope. Nope. Ah. Sorry, there was a bird that was struggling with life, and it was difficult, but it's fine, I think. I think it is. I don't know. What can we do now? All is real. I don't know about you guys, but my favorite YouTubers are pretty understated, and not that they don't deserve more subscribers, because they totally do. Like Amy from the Dusty Bookshelf deserves like way more subscribers than she has, even though she has like 1,000. But it's because, but I feel like when YouTubers get really, really big, just and it becomes their career, their content changes, and it no longer feels like a personal relationship and stuff. It just feels like, for heaven forbid, you're a fan. And I hate that word, by the way. Like, especially in regards to like booktubing and YouTubing, but even in regards to like actors and stuff, I hate that word. But so it's this weird like dichotomy, because I want like the YouTubers that I love to get all the credit that they deserve, but I selfishly don't want them to get super big and famous, because I don't want to lose them, because I love them. And so yeah. Yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm just a girl making videos in a room in front of a webcam, trying to make friends off the internet, because she was too, because her friends were too bored of all of her chattering endlessly about books. So, but yeah, I'm actually glad that I got to talk to you guys today, because I was having mental health issues and stuff, because I've been experiencing some problems with my medication, and so I couldn't reach any of my friends, and I was kind of freaking out and stuff, and so I was like, I need friends. I can't do life alone. So yeah, and everyone is so nice, so thank you. I really appreciate that. One book that I want to talk about that I've been meaning to read is Wild, From Lost to Found on the Pacific Crest Trail, by Cheryl Strayed. Yeah, and it's okay. I'm really excited about this, because I read Into the Wild by, what's his name, John Krakauer, many moons ago. And it's about a guy who does a similar thing as the woman does in this, a man who runs away into the wild because he's upset with modern life. And it really is the difference is that this woman lived, but but I think the core of their journeys remains the same. I'm a little worried, though, that once I read this book, I'm going to take it too close to heart, and I'm going to run away to the mountains. And because if I want to do that now, before I've read the book, what will it be like once I finish? And maybe that's the right thing for me to do. I don't know. But have you ever been tempted to run away to the wilderness? I have. Is that normal? According to Thoreau, it is. That's why I can't read too much Thoreau. Like, I can't do it, because I take him so literally, and I'm just ready to, sling a hobo bag on my shoulder and run off into the forest. There I go. Forest life. Yeah, because I mean, if there's any time in my life that I would do it, it would make the most sense to do it now. Something in my eye. Yeah. Any other thoughts? Any other closing thoughts, people? Last chance, last chance. If not, I will go. Yeah, I've been talking for like over an hour, and that's kind of a long time to listen to the sound of your own voice alone in a room. Let's see if Andy can come in here. Andy! Ah, she's busy. So, aw, thanks, Taylor. I'll text you, okay? Yeah, so to anyone who's still watching, I think it's probably Yasin and Taylor, Samurai Yuki. I will see you soon. And yeah, so